Hi, welcome to my video. I would like to showcase here a battery that I replaced the cells in. This is a lithium-ion battery from a Compaq Presario 1070. It's an original Pentium system made in right around 96. I'll go ahead and I'll open up this battery and show you my work. These batteries are a little janky to open. First, what you have to do is you have to take this slide clip guy out. I'll do that off camera because I don't have enough hands to do it on camera. What you have to do here is kind of stupid. Basically, what you have to do is push up on these tabs here. It's not really feasible to do it on cam, but if you're able to push up on it, I don't want to break this. Oh, I managed to do it. Anyway, you just have to kind of push that tab up, and then the plastic here is going to bend, and that's kind of just what you have to do. And then it'll just slide out. And then after that, you have 4 screws, one at each corner. Stay still. Stay still. I'm going to use my foot to keep it still. That's actually the secret that I used a second ago. All right, we're almost there. It's too bad that when I was making this battery, now I did take pictures at the time. This was about 4 or 5 years ago. I never actually got a video of doing that. And honestly, the reason why is because I always used to be pretty shy with making videos. Now these days it's not so much anymore. I've been able to push out of my comfort zone a little bit with that. This screw right here is keeping me. Okay, there we go. The threads weren't biting. But anyway, I was kind of shy with making videos, and I've been trying to overcome that lately. So, although I didn't show it at the time, it's not too late for me to show it. So, here's what I made. As you can see, so originally, this used 18650 cells. And, it looks like this assembly has slid around a little bit. Now, I will say this has been in storage for quite some time, and it never exploded, so I'm pretty sure that my work is good. But I think it could probably use some hot glue reinforcement. Anyway, but I replaced all the 18650 cells in here, which were as dead as a doornail, and also corroded. I replaced them with these little bitty 16340s. And the reason for that is because I needed to match the original capacity, which I guess that was 700 milliamp hours. Something wants to tell me it could have been like 600, but I just used 700 because it was the closest. I really can't remember that well, but nonetheless, yeah. So this is my rebuilt battery, and as you can see, the cells are actually mounted in holders, which I did that really just because I could. And, that of course, that makes it really easy to replace the cells if I need to do that. And last time I tested this battery, which was maybe a year ago, it was still working great. So, yeah, it was quite an adventure making this. There was a couple times that I had things go up in smoke. I melted some other cells. Thankfully, there was never any actual, lithium-ion fire. Nothing quite like that ever happened, but it got pretty damn close. But nonetheless, thankfully, nobody was hurt, and I was able to make this battery. It's definitely very dangerous, very finicky, precise, careful work that you really, really have to pay attention to exactly what you're doing when you make these. And one other mistake I had also made is that, you know, when I was trying to figure out the capacity of the cells that I need to use, I could be careful with this. So you'll see 2.4 amp hours at 14.4 volts. I'm a little nervous with these loose parts. But anyway, yeah, so that calculation, I was able to figure out, you know, the capacity of each cell. Well, before I slip up and say something silly, I decided to go ahead and pull up a diagram. And as you can see here, you know, when they're wired in series, the voltage will add up. And in parallel, it only adds to the capacity. So in this case, since, you know, each cell is 3.7 volts, you know, the voltage is being added 4 times. That's how you get 14.4 volts. So these guys each are in parallel to each other. That adds to the capacity. And so these all are in series of each other. So that is how the voltage will add up. And, you know, technically speaking, this could work just the same with exactly half the cells, but, you know, it would have less capacity. But, like, technically speaking, it would work. It would just last, you know, about half as much. So after looking at the diagram, it's pretty apparent, you know, the mistake I had made is that I had divided the 2.4 amp hours by the capacity of every single cell. So, you know, because the issue was that the cells that were in there, they didn't tell you what capacity they were. They were very, like, generic. They had gray labels, and also, like, they were very corroded. So it didn't tell me a whole lot. So I had thought that the capacity was 350 milliamp hours, when in fact it was 700, because not every single cell adds a capacity. So, you know, these two add capacity to each other, and these, each group of 2 adds voltage against one another. So they all team up to make 14.4 volts, and, you know, each of these guys team up together. Like, you know, these guys, between those two, they add capacity. Between those two, they add capacity. You get the idea. Anyway, well, I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate this battery in the laptop that I made it for. But before I do that, I decided I would hot glue everything down. And now you can see this control board is nice and secure. The cells are nice and secure. Now all of that is in there. There's no worries about anything sliding around. You get the idea. Which is good, because you don't want that crap sliding around, and then, you know, heaven forbid some wire should touch where it isn't supposed to go, and I'll let you finish the rest of that sentence. Anyway, onward forth. It is time to test. Presto. And as you can see, laptop is not plugged into power. And it's also complaining that I pushed the BIOS key too many times. And there you go. Now the cool thing is this laptop actually shows you a little, it's got a little status display down here that it just kind of shows you the charge level. You can see it's pretty low right now. I actually had to give it a bit of a boost charge off camera in order to make it start up. And as you can see, you know, I just plugged in the charger just now. The little charger symbol comes on and the charging light is there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool seeing a laptop this old with the ability to run unplugged from the charger. That's pretty cool. So, yep, there you go. That's my rebuilt battery. That all said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.